Welcome back to the best show you'll ever hear on the radio, the New Music Alliance Radio Hour. And I'm Mistress Miriam, and I'm here with the two Marks, Mark Sherry and Mark Ramone. And you just heard Yodeling Slim Clark with Sittin' in the Saddle. And before that, we played Rudy Vallee and the Connecticut Yankees. I'm just a vagabond lover.
If you love to hear great music from Western New England artists, both past and present, and want our show to be able to continue to provide you with that opportunity, we ask that you help by donating any amount you can afford to valleyfreeradio.org/donate. It can't happen without listeners like you helping out. So please earmark a few dollars to make it happen. So visit valleyfreeradio.org/donate. And if you're listening to the show on another community radio station, please consider supporting your local station with a donation on their website.
Let's talk about one of my favorites, Yodeling Slim Clark, Sittin' in the Saddle from Springfield, Massachusetts, where you wouldn't necessarily suspect you'd find Slim won the World Yodeling Championship of 1947, and he is from Springfield, Massachusetts, and he is in the Yodelers Hall of Fame, by the way.
A guy from Springfield, you never would have thought, I mean, you don't even associate really country music necessarily with Springfield, that's, or even New England necessarily. We got a lot of country music up here, and we had, as you said, the world yodeling champion, and Slim Clark was, he was known all around the world, even as a famous yodeler, and he actually recorded 78 RPM records, the old format, 50 of them. He had 45 records, and then he had 25 albums. And they weren't all yodeling, but there were a lot of yodeling. He was amazing.
He's on the Walkway of Stars in Nashville, Tennessee. We should have him. I don't know. Is there some sort of tribute to him in Springfield?
Really? There should be.
There should be. This is a very important person in music.
Yeah, well, we got a few other Springfield artists that we're going to be playing some music from who also belong on that same Springfield Hall of Fame. We'll talk about them soon.
Yeah.
And people just don't appreciate talent the way they used to. All this recognition for Slim Clark. I mean, was he an inspiration for Flathead Rodeo?
I had never heard of Yodeling Slim Clark, and then I think for one of my shows, I was doing some research because I'm always trying to. We all are as DJs trying to come up with some new artists that we never heard of, and I don't know how I came across Yodeling Slim Clark. But I did. And I'm like, no way. Look, this guy is amazing. And he's from Springfield, Massachusetts. And I played him on one of my shows. And it just turned out he's this huge guy, like just huge in music. And he's so talented. And I will tell you that he probably wouldn't have been for Flathead Rodeo because we never yodeled. We wanted to do Cowboy Sweetheart, which has a yodeling section in it. And I don't yodel. I was going to kind of fake it. But the band broke up before we did it. So, yeah, I don't know. I love this guy.
We started out that set with a tune back from 1929, Rudy Vallee and the Connecticut Yankees with I'm Just a Vagabond Lover. Boy, Rudy Vallee, probably one of the most famous early actors and singers, known all around the world, really. Just an amazing guy that came originally from Vermont and then attended Yale in New Haven, and then went to form a band, the Connecticut Yankees and Rudy Vallee. And, there was this particular song, I'm Just a Vagabond Lover, was number 5 on the U.S. music charts in 1929.
He was one of the first modern pop stars of the teen idol type. You think about it, people like Elvis that came along and Frank Sinatra and all these other actors, singers. So the reason why I chose this song for the today's playlist was because I was just browsing on YouTube and a movie popped up called How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, which was on Broadway in 1967 or no, in 1961 and later turned into a film in 1967. I saw his name pop up on the screen, Rudy Vallee. I'm like, hey, there's a Rudy Vallee that we played on the show before.
Pretty cool. Well, we're going to play a little bit more, a little bit more recent music in our next set. We got a couple of tunes coming up by NRBQ. And before that, we're going to start out with the Five Satins with their 1957 mega hit, In the Still of the Night.